Now, I've dabbled in League of Legends every so often, just because I love MOBAs, but I don't really know too much about the meta of MOBAs. So I've always bounced back and forth between Dota 2, Heroes of the Storm, League of Legends, and countless other MOBAs that have come and gone. Unfortunately, there's been so many that don't exist anymore. My favorite was Paragon. Paragon was like a third-person, almost like a third-person shooter MOBA, but it got deleted. It got deleted by stupid Epic Games because stupid Fortnite was too successful, so they ended up having to close down the studio or the developer that was working on it. Apparently there's like other people that are trying to make another Paragon, but I don't know. It will never be the same, but it was a really fun game. I don't know why I'm talking about Paragon when I'm drawing a League of Legends character. I think the one thing that always pulled me towards League of Legends is that its character designs and its whole style I think I really enjoyed. Like it kind of had like more of a kind of like colorful, kind of cartoony style in the beginning. I mean, it's sort of changed over time now because they developed it more, and like the graphics have obviously improved since like when it first came out. But I always really liked the characters and how the character art looked. Like Blizzard and League of Legends and Magic the Gathering just have like the best artwork ever. Like I love the characters that they draw, and they just look so cool, and all the different skins are really cool, and I hope that one day I can be as good as those people, because I always see like different artists on ArtStation and they just have like fantastic artwork that just looks so beautiful. But one day it would be really cool to be good enough to make art for League of Legends, or to make art for any game for that matter. So I haven't played a Samira yet, but she seems pretty complicated. It seems like a character that I probably wouldn't be too good with, because I like pretty basic characters. I'm kind of a basic bitch when it comes to MOBAs. I'm not really into the crazy complicated characters. She seems like a weird blend between like Bayonetta and Dante from Devil May Cry. She's like flipping around and shooting people, and she does close combat also. There's a lot going on. She seems like a really complex character. Like I said previously, I'm not really new to League of Legends. Like I've played it quite a bit, but I've never really gotten that into the game to where I understand a lot of the strategy and a lot of the meta to it. I understand the basic fundamentals because most MOBAs are kind of like the same. Like they have the same objectives and whatnot, and a lot of the characters play pretty similar too. So I understand, skill shots and how to use the skills and all that stuff, but I never really understood the lanes. Like I don't understand what the difference between the lanes is, other than obviously like where they're positioned on the map. But I never understood like what makes a character good at what lane. I still have no clue. Like I've watched tutorials and people explain it so poorly. I don't get it. So if you guys have any tutorials or any people that play this on Twitch or on YouTube that I should watch, let me know, because I really want to get into this whole like esports thing too, because I just love watching competition and whatnot. Like I'm really not a big sports person, but I've actually really gotten into watching like Dota 2 and League of Legends. Like I watched the 2019 championships of League of Legends. I watched that, and it was super interesting because like I kind of knew a little bit, but I feel like if I knew more, I'd probably be a little bit more engaged, because I was kind of just like, oh, that guy did good. Like, I didn't know what he did, but he did something that was cool, and the screen was flashing. It was a lot of fun. But, if I knew more about the game, I think I could get into it a lot more. So the two characters I mainly play right now are Garen and Nico. Nico I just think is really cool. She's just a really interesting character. I don't know if she's like really powerful, because I seem to be able to do pretty good when I play against people, and I don't really seem to have much of a problem because she just seems to like deal an ass ton of damage. So I don't know if she's overpowered or I just play her really well, but whatever lane I go in, I always get yelled at. Like, I'm just like, I go in the bottom lane, they're like, no, go in the top lane. They're like, the next game I go the top lane, they're like, what are you doing there? She's a mid. So it's like, I don't like, what makes a character what? Like, I don't understand. Like, if anyone can tell me that, please illuminate me so I can stop playing this game and getting yelled at. I want to be able to enjoy it without pissing off my teammates by going to the wrong lane. And then Garen is pretty much just like an all-around good character. I think he's just a really good character for beginners. I think he's kind of designed for beginners, because he's just kind of tanky. He can do pretty good damage. His abilities, he doesn't even have mana. It's all timed. You don't even have to worry about having mana, which is perfect, because I don't like resource management and stuff like that. But he's a pretty cool character too. I really like Garen and Nico. I've always felt like Blizzard had really good cinematics, especially with like World of Warcraft and especially Overwatch. Like I just wish they would make a movie, like a full-length movie with those graphics. Like the Warcraft movie was okay, but just the orc parts were good. The human parts were not that great, but the orc parts were great. When like Duratan fights Gul'dan and stuff, like it looks amazing. Any part with the orcs looks amazing, but then when you see the humans, it's just like, it just looks like they're weird cosplayers on like an obvious green screen. It just looks really stupid. But I always thought Blizzard had really good cinematics, but recently as I've been getting more into League of Legends, I've been looking back at some of their cinematics. They're really good. Like, they're really interesting and stylized, and I just love how, like, seeing the characters, like, you know, in a different environment and stuff like that. Like, it just looks really interesting. I think my favorite one so far is the New Dawn one is really cool. And then I saw the Fiddlesticks one, because I always thought Fiddlesticks was like this goofy ass scarecrow character, and I remember seeing someone say like, oh my god, like they made Fiddlesticks terrifying, and I looked it up and it was pretty scary. Like, it was really cool though. Like, I really hope to see more stuff come out with cinema. It'd be really cool to see like a League of Legends movie or something like that. Like, it'd be interesting. I don't know what they would do. I don't know if there's really like an established lore with League of Legends. I don't think there really is with Dota 2 or Heroes of the Storm or anything like that, because it's just like a weird mishmash of characters. But I'll look more into it. If there is like an actual story, let me know, and I'll try to look more into it. So as for the drawing, I kind of made a few mistakes that I couldn't reverse. So some of this drawing is sort of unfinished because I just realized I kind of messed up stuff a little too much. I think I draw stuff way too small. Because often what I do is I never just draw like a portrait or just like a bust. It's always like I don't know why, I just always have to draw the entire head to toe person. And what ends up happening is when I draw the whole thing, I don't really take much time to do little details and stuff. So it looks okay zoomed out, but when you really zoom in, like, there's not a lot of detail work that I did. I didn't really render a lot of stuff. So I think after this one, I'm probably gonna do more portraits and more like close-up stuff, because I really want to develop my style with drawing skin, with drawing like little details, material and whatnot. And I feel like I'm sort of missing the mark when I draw something that's like a full body shot like this, because I don't really get to get in there and like do all the details. Except if I did, it would take me like 20 hours to do, and I don't have the motivation to do that. Also, her outfit looked really simple at first. I was like, oh, this will be a really easy one to do, because it doesn't seem like she has a lot of like extra stuff. Which is why I actually didn't draw the holsters for her guns, is because at this point I kind of gave up. I kind of gave up on the outfit because I realized I messed some stuff up. Like her boots are like a weird Frank Lloyd Wright nightmare, like a weird MC Escher. I couldn't even like figure out the dimensions of her boots. And it was also really hard to find reference for this too, because she's a brand new character, so all I could find were like screenshots and like some other fan art that people have made. So I sort of based it off of like a mishmash of that. But her boots were like really complicated, and that's where I started, and I was like, oh god. And then there was like some other parts that I didn't feel like I did super well on. But something that I've learned, especially recently, is to not focus too much on something. Like sometimes you just have to accept that that's the skill level that you have at the moment. You know, like if you're having a difficult time drawing hands, or if you're having a difficult time drawing like the body pose or the hair or the eyes or something, sometimes you just have to just do the best that you can and just move on. And once you're done, that's when you go and you work on those things that you need to work on. Because a lot of times I just keep doing it and erasing it and erasing it and erasing it. I just do it over and over and over again. And it doesn't feel like I'm getting better. It just feels like I'm making it look slightly less shitty. But I've learned to just like get over it. Just, you know, if the hand looks like a squid having a seizure, then it's a squid having a seizure. Like, that's just the best that I can do, and just to move on. It's better to finish it than to sit there and like agonize over it for hours and hours and hours. So that's why I sort of decided to sort of end this the way that I did. I didn't really erase some of the sketch. I could have refined it a little bit more. I don't know what the hell the background is. Apparently she's on the bottom of the ocean or something. After finishing this, I can definitely tell that I'm improving, but there's definitely a lot of little things that I need to improve on and still work at. So I'm still getting there. I'm probably not going to be a League of Legends artist just yet. I got a long road ahead of me, but I've been practicing a lot and just like looking through a lot of resources and watching a lot of tutorials and practicing and just keeping at it. I think I'm definitely improving, and I like the direction that my art is going in. And I know I'm improving because I actually like some of the stuff that I draw. Most of the time, for anyone who knows me for any length of time, you'll know that anytime I draw something, I immediately hate it, and I don't really feel good about the things that I draw. But lately I've been feeling a little bit less shitty about the things that I draw. So that means that I'm improving. It means I'm going somewhere. I'm doing pretty good. So I'm going to continue to learn more about League of Legends and how to play the game and how to not get yelled at by my teammates. So if you guys want to see me play the game, I actually stream it right on YouTube, right on this channel. So if you want to turn on your notifications, you'll get a notification of when I go live. I don't really have much of a schedule of when I'm going to be live. I sort of just pop on whatever I'm feeling like it. So if you guys want to cheer me on and give me any pointers or whatnot, yeah, turn on your notifications and come join me stream League of Legends. On top of that, if you have any suggestions for things you'd like to see me draw, any characters from League of Legends or any characters from any MOBA or any game or anything like that that you want to see me do, or any sort of fusions, I'd like to try and do some fusion characters for League of Legends. I want to do some stuff in anticipation of the World's Championship that's coming up for League of Legends. So if there's any sort of characters or fusions or crossovers or things you want to see me draw, please let me know in the comments and I will get to it the best that I can. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and share it with your family. And if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe and turn on your notifications. And that way you'll know when I upload next and when I go live, when I stream games. So that's it for me. I'm That One Cat. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.